Hi, I'm Kathy Kelly. I'm a clinical psychologist and I've been practicing for over 20 years. I love what I do. I love my job, I love helping people, but I have to tell you that I got started sort of in an interesting way. I didn't start off through high school and college thinking I was going to do anything like psychology. I was a horseback rider, I was competing, I was into myself, and I was miserable. I didn't want to do that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I'm 20-something years old, I'm lost, I'm depressed. I decide to stop my horse career and I plunge into a massive depression and it was really, really painful. I lost a marriage, my life was a mess, and I found therapy and it helped, and I was really willing to explore more about how to help myself through this process. In the meantime, I found a way to get into graduate school, which was a miracle. And in the process of that, I became fascinated with understanding all the things that I didn't know. And I was hurt, I was disappointed, I was sharing what I knew with my family because they didn't know what they didn't know either. And I kept thinking about all the fights that I had with people and all the failed relationships I had. I thought about the paths I went down that weren't right. All the wasted years, and when I found out that all these people behind the Ivy Leagues of college and school and university knew all this stuff and nobody else knew all this stuff, I thought, well, maybe we should start teaching this stuff to other people. So I was interested in therapy, not because I wanted to sit down and talk about how your parents didn't toilet train you right or you didn't get treated, perfectly. I was interested in the process of growth and change. How do you actually go from feeling as depressed as I was, as my self-worth was in the toilet, I didn't want to live anymore. How do you go from that to feeling like life is valuable and wonderful and has things to offer you? And I didn't want it to just be with me or with the individual people I treat. I wanted it to be out there for everybody. We all should know this. We should all go through high school or even middle school and understand how emotions work. Let me tell you something. I went through 4 years, I think it took me like 7 or 8 or 9 years to get to graduate school. All that time, I never had one class in emotions. Not one. I learned how your brain works, how you think. I learned that you should change how you think and change how you feel. I didn't learn a single thing about emotions and how they relate to everything. So this is what I'm so excited about doing. Welcome to Syrona. I've started Syrona back in 2015. It's a very different way of doing therapy. It's not 1 hour a week. It is an intensive form of doing therapy. And I see people for 7, 8 hours a day for 3, 4, 5 days in a row. I chase you around this office. You can't get away from me. And we get a lot done in a short period of time. So if you're interested in really learning how you tick, if you're really interested in doing deep change, you really want to have lasting change, give us a call and come see what we're all about. Thanks.